Welcome to Twisted Monday! Starting on a approximation of an upside-down asexual pride flag for Pride Month. Best I could do with the in-game tools provided to me by Twisted Metal 2, which is what we're playing right now, despite all appearances. And also, immediately, thank you Reodice for the subscription! Don't get a lot of those, but always thrilled to see one. Enjoy those emotes that I made. They're pretty ridiculous. Anyway, let's begin Twisted Metal 2 in earnest, with vehicles on screen even. That will be the case for most of this run. First, though, I gotta do some secret behind-the-scenes stuff. Hopefully that didn't break everything. It does not appear to have broken everything. So, for this playthrough, I have selected my favorite vehicle, Mr. Grimm. It's my favorite guy, but I'm a little bit scared because it's Mr. Grimm. He's terrifying. Look at him. Intimidating to everybody, including the player. Lives off of souls. It was revealed at the end of Twisted Metal 1, Mr. Grimm is the Grim Reaper. So, let us begin with our reaping. Across the world, claiming as many souls as we possibly can. Starting in good old LA. So Mr. Grimm is all about burst damage. Here's a nice reprisal of the song you were just hearing. But there we go. Mr. Grimm deals like half of an enemy's health bar with his special. The special travels ridiculously fast. Oh, look at that billboard for ammunition. It says auto shop, I think. Ammo shop. That makes more sense. Not quite as clever as ammunition from Grand Theft Auto, but they tried. So, burst damage, anytime we get someone lined up in our sights, that person is dead. Provided we have ammunition. We need to head over to that ammo shop sooner than later, quite honestly. Unfortunately, it is outside the field of play. We can get out of the level boundaries, but we're not supposed to. And it doesn't actually reward us with anything that we might need, nor want. Also, I haven't found a way to do it consistently, but I'm sure other people have, given the decades of extremely high popularity that this game has enjoyed. Going on 30 years of Twisted Metal 2. And I'm still getting the hang of it. I was a very late bloomer when it comes to the Twisted Metal games. I played this game when it was new, but I didn't own a PlayStation, so I played it at a friend's house, where I performed the role of the punching bag. Because this game is not beginner-friendly, owning the game is a big barrier for entry in getting good at the game. Preparing for the Let's Play of this game was a nightmare. But honestly, of all the PS1 games, this one might have been the easiest to get ready for a full Let's Play. Because, Twisted Metal 1 is broken to hell. Twisted Metal 3 is broken to hell. And Twisted Metal 4 has all the content in the world. So it's complicated to figure out how to show it all off. Have I regenerated my specials yet? Yes. we very infrequently get our special back. It's one of the things that balances Mr. Grimm. Unfortunately, our special is all we really have to rely on. So there's going to be extended periods of downtime where all I can really do is drive around in circles, get our comparatively useless pickups, launch them at anyone who gets in the way. Because we also can't really, like, stand and fight. Uh-oh. That was... okay. Roadkill also has the AI script to freeze you infinitely. So Roadkill's got to go. I say also because Mr. Slam is the most likely to execute that AI script. Roadkill also does it. Grasshopper also does it. And Hammerhead also does it. So be sure to kill those 4 enemies before you kill anyone else, or you're just wasting ammo. You're gonna get caught in an infinite frozen cycle and have a very bad time. Thing is, all the other enemies in the game have useful specials, which also makes them dangerous. So if an enemy would be harmless, they are scripted to repeatedly spam the freeze shot forever, so as to make them somewhat of a threat. Still not much of a threat, more of an irritation. But the infinite freeze cycle is the most dangerous thing that can happen in this game. Even if you're playing as minion and you do everything right, if you get hit with that first freeze shot, your life is over. Because the freeze shot itself does a little bit of damage, and they will spam it over and over and over for literally like a minute straight. They have all the patience in the world because they're AI. Very, very frustrating when that happens. And it's going to happen. It's already happened once, so just preparing us for the way this is gonna go. Twisted Metal 2 has some rough AI quirks. They had just implemented freezing as a mechanic. It was in the first game, but only as a specific missile. Now everybody can use freezing. Everyone could in the first game as well, but only Darkseid and like 1 or 2 other vehicles would. Now it's everyone, everywhere, all at once. Spectre also, very high priority target, because he can hit you from anywhere on the map with his special. You're never, ever safe from Spectre. He got sick of jousting me right as I was about to drop a remote bomb on him. Oh, I don't have my radar on. There we go. I was wondering why it was so hard to track Spectre's movement. It was like he disappeared into thin air, like a ghost. I was doing that to show off the void that we were in earlier. You might recognize that void, just like you recognize the song that's playing right now. Okay, the remaining 3 victims. I believe Spectre set off my bomb by running into it. It's caused me to get hit by it as well, but while we're in the area, full health. So unfortunately, only subscribers can use my Twitch emotes. There is a free tier, but I haven't unlocked it yet. I need to stream for 60 days as an affiliate, so all my previous streams don't count. But I do greatly appreciate my subscribers. I hope you enjoy the Sweet Tooth emote I made for you. I am unfortunately stuck with napalms. Napalms are the worst weapon in this game. So of course, Twisted Metal 3 made a bunch of new napalm variants. So that basically every weapon in that game is useless. And missiles. I will take missiles. Thumper is kind of harmless, because Thumper only fires napalms. Napalms and his special. And machine guns, of course. That was almost lethal. There. Get a little bit of enemy infighting going. And really kill the hell out of one civilian. So now I have all my specials back. Let's use these exclusively. Because the specials will regenerate. I move on to the next level. Thank you, Blast Tyrant, for subscribing. Excellent. When I get 15 subscriber points, I will then be able to add even more emotes. Also, I think some of my emotes are currently, like, waiting for approval, so to speak. Waiting for the automation system to decide that they're good enough. Triangle, triangle, XX, circle. I'm probably not going to beat this level with just one life. So instead, let's burn this banner down to remind people of what's behind it. Oh, wrong banner. Of course. The one real use for napalms is secret hunting. This banner should have our secret code. Up, down, right, R1. Excellent code that it is. Utterly useless to us. Unlocks a multiplayer-only level. Just a reminder that that secret exists. Now to get myself killed. I've got a pretty good inventory going. It'll be a shame that I don't get to keep it into this level, because I came in with too few lives. Had it to be expected, though. This game is difficult, and I'm playing a very, very, very fragile character. The most fragile character. Get him with specials. And then I've collected every single pickup in this level, so there we go. The inevitable. Axel, unfortunately, has all the power. Loves to shout that all day long. You always know when Axel's around. I've caught him just spamming specials when no one is around him. That's just how he passes the time, really. Useless napalm. Sweet Tooth arrived in this iteration of Moscow. This is one of the only levels where it's really, really difficult to land Mr. Grimm's special. It's a big circle with a lot of curves. It is easy to land remote bombs. And remote bombs have a programming glitch, which causes them to always deal maximum damage when they hit someone on a curved piece of ground. So if you plant a remote bomb on any of the edges here, this drain that we can circle around, if that remote bomb explosion radius catches any enemies at all, it deals maximum damage. Ditto Shadow's special. It's one of the reasons Shadow is such a strong vehicle. Programming glitches. There's a flash of lightning. Okay, the enemies are using the environmental attack. I guess they might as well, because we may as well not use it, ever. It doesn't work on enemies. It doesn't really work at all. Twister wants to run in circles, that's fine. There's our environmental attack that does nothing. Twister carefully repositioning me so that I could easily cross the gap in the center. But there's no pickups anywhere, so it doesn't matter what I do or where I go. Can't really accomplish anything. There's a pickup. And the homing missiles. Never generated, it appears. Just in time. The curves in this level will cause you to bounce wildly out of control. And thus, miss with your all-important special. I could just give up at this point. Simply out of tedium. You miss that many specials. It's gonna take forever to get anywhere. I got power missiles. That's something at least. Not even gonna bother to shield. And if I tried, it would probably misfire anyway. This energy attack detection is ridiculously bad. Gave up on that one about a minute ago. Moscow level is among the more difficult for Mr. Grimm. Because there's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, and exceptionally difficult to land your special, which is the only real weapon you have throughout the entirety of the run. Everybody is stacked up in the center. The one time Axel decides not to stomp the ground repeatedly is when he's surrounded by other enemies. Already going for the health refill, just to be safe. Axel would be a good one to eliminate. It's probably the most dangerous enemy that can appear on this level. Infinite shockwave spam and all that. Upper's being a pain. Oh hey, a full health refill. What do you know? You don't see those too often. I don't really know the rules for what makes things appear in the tractor beam. It seems very random. And also somewhat broken. Things will appear outside the tractor beam and not be collectible, but still be visible. All sorts of sloppy things can happen here. Twister using her special mid-air just to screw with me. Something should be in the tractor beam again. Ah, power missiles, the best thing. Spectre got them. Spectre's not going to use them, but he's got them. Every time I go over the ramp, another enemy is coming the other way. That was a fight to the death. Surprisingly, I did not die. And another full health. What the hell? This game just wants me to win now. It is showing mercy all of a sudden. There's your winning strategy. If you want to get through this level, have it randomly spawn the best possible thing at the moment you're about to grab it. Every single time. I frequently go the entire level without once seeing a full health refill appear in the tractor beam. 2 in 1 level. Pretty absurd. I think I will get through the Grimm run. This is the second hardest level in the run for me. But the hardest level is exponentially harder than this one. Oh, that was unlucky. The physics just bounced me over roadkill right as I fired my special. Ah well. We have homing missiles. This has been a surprisingly slow playthrough of the Suicide Slide. Normally this thing goes by really, really quickly. Roadkill getting burnt by Thumper. Just gotta pin anyone down, and they're dead. Like so. One shot in Thumper, and I will have gone through this level deathless. Which ain't half bad, all things considered. In that there's technically no higher possible accomplishment when playing through this specific level. Okay, he's going the shortest route every time. There. That's my clean shot. Moscow over. Paris we can handle, and we've got all of our lives. Yeah, I always hated the Moscow level too. There is a documentary, a short documentary, about Twisted Metal, the whole series. And they interviewed a couple of fans and asked them what their favorite levels are. And one of the people there responded, Suicide Slide. And I don't get it. It's like not even good from a design perspective, it's just a circle. It's the laziest design level in the whole game. Frankly, I'd be insulted if someone told me, as a game developer, that that was their favorite. The one they slapped together in an afternoon. Hey! We've seen that Hammerhead isn't actually a high armor vehicle, even though he should be. Best part of the soundtrack to this level is there's like an ominous, I think it's violin sting, playing deep buried in the distant background. I can hear it, but viewers probably cannot. If you listen to the soundtrack isolated, without any explosions over it, then you can hear it. drive-in theater is like a good version of the suicide slide. Except that Holland is like a better version of the worst version of the drive-in theater. If you follow that chain of sequence words that someone spoke out loud for some reason. Holland is more similar to the drive-in theater, because it's a big square with a ridiculous number of enemies in it. Moscow is a medium-sized circle with a small number of enemies in it. And I'm suddenly doing poorly on this level. Everyone is very heavily injured, though. And now I have all my specials back. To make them regret killing me so quickly. No more power for you, Axel. You've had more than enough, I think. Warthog is terrifying right now, because Warthog has all of his HP. That is a lot of HP. Thing is, it doesn't take a lot of damage to kill Mr. Grimm. Oh crap, Mr. Slam's here. Fortunately, he's drunk. So he did not capitalize on getting me frozen. He could have. He could have infinite freeze shots spammed me, and I'd be dead. Instead, he is dead. I only got one of the health refills off the roof. Oh, Axel's at 1 HP. Can't have that. No more power. Okay. We're gonna get the health refill. And we're gonna fight some people. For real. Uh-oh. Close one. If I were any other vehicle, I would have slammed on the side of the ramp and fallen off the building. Uh-oh. Hey, Grasshopper is crashing into Warthog. Accidentally. I'll take it. Carefully dodge the ricochet bomb. Get some useless missiles. Yeah, they're accidentally fighting one another. Grasshopper never misses with her special when the AI controls her. Not so when the player controls her. Makes Grasshopper actually kind of dangerous as an AI opponent. Okay, they're stacked up. Uh-oh. Damn. Caught in the freeze cycle. I broke out of it at the end, but my shield didn't go off. Because shields almost never go off in this game. I hate the detection on all the energy moves. It's so busted. I would play a remake of Twisted Metal 1 and 2. I wouldn't be thrilled about it or anything. But sure. Why not? One thing they don't do often enough is just outright rip off their own previous levels. I said they should do it with Twisted Metal 3 in particular. Is just take those levels and put them in different games. So you can play them again with a different engine. really none of the games anywhere in the series have ever reused a level. They've reused level locations, never the level itself. And that would be the best reason to remake Twisted Metal 1 and 2. Because we already have Twisted Metal 1 and 2. It'd be nice to experience them with better physics. Generally more functional. I don't care if it looked exactly the same. That would actually be much funnier to me. Is if it looked graphically identical to this, but played like Twisted Metal Black. That's my dream. Someone please fulfill. Outlaw can also infinite combo you. Because why not? Just one of many enemies that can infinite combo you. There are a lot of fan mods and stuff that try to change physics, change, like, numbers around, stuff like that. Some of them are pretty successful at doing so. I could probably stand to check some of those out. They might constitute a remake of one or both of those games. But the fandom of Twisted Metal is still pretty small compared to most other fandoms of games that have been around for 30 years. I would prefer a game where the physics don't do anything we just saw, ever. That's just my idea. Yeah, Yellow Jacket couldn't be in Twisted Metal 2 for plot reasons, which we'll definitely see at the end of this run. Obviously, this is not going to be a successful run either of this level, so up, down, L1, R1. The code that unlocks nothing. But down, up, L1, R1 unlocks Cyberbia. And just so I'm not the only one who dies, let's kill Twister. Where is she? The radar says she's right in front of me. It has been this entire time. Yeah, she's invisible, of course. There. Twist her down. That's all I wanted to do. Let's reset this level. Ricochets are so slow in this game, it's hilarious. When you're Mr. Grimm, if you're moving at all, you will crash into your own ricochet bombs. Cyberbia is kind of an impressive technical accomplishment, in the sense that it is larger than any level in Twisted Metal 2. So, for the first ever car combat game, you would not expect it to have such a large level in it. Doesn't make it a good level, but it is big. Mona Lisa's back. The ultimate tragedy. Damn you, Collision. I'm trying to platform in a way you never intended, so that I can have the health refills and the enemies can't. What about that do you not like? Oh, hey, nice. Anonymous gifters are providing my viewers with access to my emotes. Is this what it's like being an affiliate? This is wild. Thank you so much, Anonymous Gifter. I have supporters on other platforms because I do so much random shit all over the place. But I don't get to see their support in real time like this. Like I said, pretty cool. Okay, we got a special just for Mr. Slam here. Mr. Slam is generous in that he does not immediately shoot a free shot at you when he first gets you in his line of sights. He will hold off for a second or two, usually. Now, if he does that off screen, you're screwed anyway. You'll still get shot in the back with a free shot. But whatever. He's dead. So too am I. I appreciate all the live viewers showing up to watch Twisted Metal 2. I will make you regret it, unfortunately. This is a very difficult run that I've chosen for you this week. Could have done this one pre-recorded, unless it went, or in case it went, so disastrous that it could not be salvaged. We'll get through it. But it might take an abnormally long time. Who's up here? Warthog? Hiding inside the Eiffel Tower. Ready to snipe anyone who stops by. Haven't paid much attention to how Mr. Grimm looks in his damaged state. I suppose we'll be seeing it a lot throughout this run, though. It only takes like 2 missiles to get to that state. They have to be like really creative when they make Mr. Grimm look damaged, because they have very little real estate to work with on the character model. It's the smallest vehicle by a wide margin. Okay. That certainly is a thing that can happen. Roadkill just bounced up against the wall and dealt infinite damage all at once with his bumper. Sometimes enemies will leave behind a corpse. Sometimes they won't. Oh, I see now. Yeah, Mr. Grimm, the character himself, has a visibly broken arm when he's excessively damaged. Not unlike Axel. His arm breaks off when he takes too much damage. I think that was it. Yeah, that should do it. I warned you this would be a rough one. This level's not all that hard, but things can happen very suddenly. It is really frustrating when an enemy decides to leave behind their corpse when they die. It just takes up so much of the limited real estate in the area. Okay, back on my wheels. Let's heal that arm. Yeah, Twisted Metal Black is the hardest game in the series. So, very impressive when anyone runs that game, or just plays it casually. A speedrun of that game. Not an enviable thing to do. I think the problem with Twisted Metal speedruns is that they're not marathon safe, ever. Every single Twisted Metal speedrun is heavily, heavily reliant on RNG. It's just the nature of the game. So you can't, like, show them off a marathon, so you can't build the community. So it's all just sort of a dead end, unfortunately. The people who do it have a lot of fun with it. I might try out, like, speedrunning just to spice up one of these Twisted Monday videos. But as, like, a serious pursuit. Like I said, bit of a dead end. For my purposes, anyway, I have to be content obsessed. If it doesn't result in potentially popular content, I can't really bother with it. Nature of the beast, and being a content creator. Everything becomes content. Oh, I thought I was outside the blast radius myself. And Axel didn't even die. I probably had a special or two built up right there that I just wasted. But we're still doing pretty good. I don't like fighting anywhere near any curved surfaces, which is why Moscow is so difficult. And this level has them too. Think ricochet bombs have enough knockback? Picked me across the whole level. Yeah, everyone's just sticking to the river. They know I can't do anything about it. This whole life has been a bit of a waste. And there's no health refills anywhere in the level. I think. I think I got the one over here. Yeah, they're all gone. I think that was Shadow's special. But actually everyone caught up to me all of a sudden. I expected them to stay in the river. See the sights. I don't normally go through the side streets here, but I need weapons. Because I don't go through the side streets, there's almost always weapons in there. There, minion special, by request from the audience. Okay, Twister is protecting Shadow, but ultimately got him killed. That just leaves Thumper, and I have no weapons to deal with him. Let's go a-gathering. I sort of try to avoid using minion special, because it's, for one thing, inefficient. Like, that is not the best way to use your energy meter. Oh, I won. I died in the process, but I won. So we're moving on. Next level is Amazonia. It's square, square, triangle, triangle, triangle. But yeah, the minion special. Technically, it's wiser to just use the freeze shot. Hit them with your entire inventory instead. Or, like, shield and run away. But it's usually easier to just go for the minion special. Which makes it sort of a cheat. Sort of. Like, in the loosest possible sense of what a cheat is. Yeah, once we get the enemies toasted on screen, that is the criteria for victory. Even if it is followed by the text "game over." In fact, all the better. That means you used all your resources as efficiently as you possibly could have. Not a single thing left over, no waste. Tried to shield before the free shot hit me, but it's never gonna happen in this game. Free shot detection takes too damn long. Or shield detection. Oh! Spectre special. Right through the ground. Oh, who froze me? Roadkill. Roadkill has the AI to constantly spam free shots. So, unfortunately, I grabbed every weapon in the level. So I'm quite impotent right now. Some of these structures have items behind them, which I never bothered to go get, but I'm actually playing a vehicle that controls well. Oh, no, you don't. I'm faster than you. I have no weapons, but I have a machine gun with unlimited ammo. Ugh. Thumper, why? Pretty sure there's an input for rear-fired free shots. Let's, No, that's a mine. That's my special. I think there's a code for rear-fired free shots, but I don't know it. I know there is in most other Twisted Metals, so one presumes that is also the case here. Haven't played Twisted Metal 2 since release day. Let's see, real quick. I am not seeing an input for rear-fired free shots. That might actually be AI cheating in this particular game. They don't do it often, but they certainly do it. We've seen it. It's on video. Knowing this game, the AI probably, like, invented it as a weird quirk that they didn't account for in the programming. And then they implemented it as an actual feature in future games. As a result. I've said it before, the turnaround on this game was absurd. They were given, like, 18 months to make it, which was much, much, much longer than Twisted Metal 1. But they didn't use all 18 months. They had the game out within a year of the first game's release. So they had plenty of time to hone it, work out some of the kinks, but instead they had to go for a Halloween release date back in 1996. They could have gone for a Christmas release date, which I think is what Sony wanted them to do by giving them so much time. Since the game is about Christmas, they refused. I didn't actually break into the LEDs. That's where all the prizes are. They're bad prizes except for the health refill. This is why I've scrapped many videos, exclusively because Twister showed up. Kill infinite combo you. Okay. Useless enemy singled out. Let's kill Mike and Stu once and for all. No one dies once and for all in the Twisted Metal universe. As grimdark as this game is. People die and then just reappear. Like nothing ever happened. That was half of Axel's health. Oh, because it's on an incline here. So if I leave my remote bomb on this spot, and any part of the explosion catches anybody, they lose half their health bar, regardless of how far away from the explosion they are. I guess if you're going to serve Hammerhead up on a platter, I will spit on that platter and let it drive away. Okay. Back on my wheels for a change. Let's... Anyone? Okay, here's someone. Everyone's in just ridiculously bad health, such that they should already be dead. Here's an infinite combo. And my shield not going off until the third slam from Mr. Slam. Although he did finally blow himself up. I'm stuck on collision. Stuck in the lava. Okay, let's start doing some remote bomb abuse. And where is anybody? Spectre. That's why Spectre is such a high priority. Okay. Finally got rid of him, right as he was going for a health refill, too. 2 specials, one for Axel. Here he comes to claim it. And one for Spectre. Probably won't kill him, but it'll ruin his day. Spectre's day deserves to be ruined. Grasshopper, get away from Spectre. I'm trying to shoot him. That Grasshopper special. Here it comes again. Sure, I'm alive, but why? It's like the 3 fastest enemies beside myself are all that's left. Get over here, Grasshopper. Such an annoying AI routine on her. Nope, nothing down here, but there is a health refill in the lava. I'll take it. Get one of these. Okay, Twister went around the building to try and get to me. Ah, right as I was about to fire my special, Twister grabbed me. Okay. One down. Grasshopper, also down. Spectre, I just need to get him with the special. Where is he? There he is. Okay. On to Minion. It's very lucky that enemies typically do not enter that building, or any of the buildings on this level. I've seen it happen. It can be disastrous when it does. In fact, it always is. So they can just maneuver on a dime, spin right around, and hit you with infinite whatever weapon they have equipped. You're almost guaranteed to die. But it's like programmed not to happen. Or I've just gotten lucky a bunch of times. specials are already back, somehow. Minion is more easily handled by this guy, Mr. Grimm, than most other vehicles. He's going for health refill, but for some reason the health refill isn't there. It should be there, quite frankly. He must have gone through that bridge earlier. It hasn't respawned yet. Gonna head down here. Hopefully he doesn't follow me. He is not following me. Just gonna go through this with surgical precision. And then suddenly no longer have surgical precision. Went for the kill a little prematurely. Just need to heal my arm back on. We'll be all set. Just completely relying on the fact that Mr. Grimm is the burst damage king. There we go. Even outdoes Minion himself. Nice work, Grimm. Minion is among the least scary things in this entire run. Just as the final boss will actually be pretty manageable. Spoiler alert for that. Can we get through New York without dying once? Noting that enemies almost never fall off the buildings. It is, to say the least, improbable. They hadn't yet balanced energy moves to make them useless in this game. So, we regenerate energy very, very quickly. And using things like the shield doesn't deplete our entire energy meter the way it would in Twisted Metal Black. So, I should definitely be shielding almost constantly. And I should do so proactively. Because when you try to shield reactively, it's too late. You're already dead. The rooftops are thematically the final level of Twisted Metal 2. But they're not literally the final level. Okay. Grasshopper jumped off the edge. Couldn't handle the burden of her own special. I assume that was Grasshopper, but I don't see her on the radar anymore. Not technically a minimap, because there are no indications of terrain. But I do feel like people understand what I'm saying when I do use the term minimap. As I often do. And another one! Falling off the edge. Bumper's salivating at the opportunity to drink some Grimm blood. Like, if you saw a guy driving around in Twisted Metal on a motorcycle, top priority. Obviously, this would be the first person you would want to kill. And also the first person you'd be likely to kill. Yeah, it must have been Outlaw fell off the edge as well. Which is kind of unfortunate because Outlaw was about to die anyway. I nailed her with a few specials, so there wasn't much Outlaw left. There's Sweet Tooth. I'm out of turbo, which has been causing me strife for quite a while now. Normally I refill it by dying. Right now I'd like to avoid that. So I'm going to go for a health refill that I normally avoid. This one up ahead. Just got to line myself up perfectly. Got it. Now, where are the turbo pickups in this level? Haven't spotted one of them in like a super long time. Oh yeah, I'm playing this like challenge mode. 0 extra lives. I will probably regret it, but we are within the realm where it is doable. It's not going to be pretty. Might still work out in the end. Get a remote bomb out of the locker room? Why not? Just get a free remote bomb shot on Mr. Slam when he decides to leave. That did nothing. So glad I waited all that time. What I was really waiting for was for my special to regenerate. Sweet Tooth's up here. Won't be for much longer. Another one down. You would not believe how many times I input the shield combo there. It went off like 2 of those times, so that's something. Full health is back. I've always been terrible with remote bombs because they weren't in Twisted Metal Black. Twisted Metal Black was the only game in the series that I had played until 2019. Technically 2016, but I had only barely touched some of the games in 2016. I certainly wasn't like grinding out practice sessions with any of them. I really wish these two would separate so I could attack them safely. And I really wish there was even a single turbo pickup anywhere in this level. Surely there must be. I can't find them. Swimming is Mr. Grimm. Well, speaking of Mr. Grimm, though, I've got 3 specials built up. I hadn't even considered that. That is enough to kill everybody. But I need to land them all. Mr. Slam. No. Warthog. I separated from Mr. Slam. Oh, he teleported away again. But now Mr. Slam's down here. Oh my god. Shield did not activate, of course. Why would it? Ugh. Ugh, this game. The shield combo. Well, obviously we've got it this time, because I just almost beat it without any lives. But that is infuriating. We would have been fine if my shield combo had activated. And also if Mr. Slam had like 2 less HP. Because he should have died. And then I should have been able to recover. But alas. This will go a lot faster. Because I'm gonna die. And that will give me a bunch of refills of my special. And it'll refill my turbo. I had to go through that entire level without any turbo. Now, Mr. Slam is actually the most dangerous enemy in this entire game. Exclusively because he's the most harmless enemy in the entire game. Which means he is the most prone to infinite combo freezing you, which you can't do anything about. Even in Twisted Metal 1, if you get frozen, you can hit the turbo button, and you immediately break out of the freeze. Hey, I killed Outlaw by jumping off the building. That was my plan all along. Trust me. But, like, enemies would infinite combo freeze you in Twisted Metal 1, and you could just break out of it. You cannot do that in Twisted Metal 2. Speaking of things you cannot do, I cannot get on top of this cube. It is actually killing me to try. Warthog got me in the half second between being able to shield twice. Oh, that's not where the building is. Okay. Four enemies left. I think most of them are completely uninjured. We're back to where I started my original attempt at this level. Thumper is actually quite harmless as long as you don't let it get too close. So I, of course, drive right into him. Okay, he didn't die. I needed him to die there. He did finally die. So guess which enemies are left? It's Mr. Slam and Warthog. Every time. Warthog is the final enemy left anytime he appears. There we go, my jump finally went off. Someone must have jumped off. Pretty sure the enemy count dropped precipitously at some point, without my having done much of anything. Grasshopper should fall off of this level every single time she appears. Because that's what her special does. Speaking of specials, I've got one ready for Warthog. But he is below me, so I cannot deliver it. Warthog's a very good all-rounder. Very good at everything. High damage special, pretty fast, very high armor. Anything that makes a vehicle dangerous, Warthog has it. There's Mr. Slam's classic 1 HP. Always has 1 HP left. Finally, not anymore. Now I have nothing left to kill Warthog, who is repeatedly driving up and down that ramp. Okay, I could go for the health refill. Wouldn't have minded having that power missile, but this is fine. Can I get my jump? There we go. Hey, I jumped all the way up to the power missile. This is technically enough firepower to kill Warthog. But where is he? Okay, it looks like he went onto the main platform. Let's see if I can find him. Look for the Statue of Liberty, drive in that general direction. Warthog's not here. Okay. He just has not left this area in a super long time. Been driving around in circles. There he is. Now we're rid of him. Do some sightseeing on our way to Antarctica. Yeah, I didn't care for how precarious that entire run went. But we made it. Time for another very dangerous level. I don't really know what Warthog's deal was there. That should not have been happening. Huh. My special went right through Shadow there. And then, like, the game refunded me that special, so I was able to fire it again. And off we go. Super glitchy platforms. I couldn't tell what was real and what wasn't. Circle, triangle, X. Triangle, X. Antarctica is a cool level. It's almost never any fun, but it's pretty cool. Appropriate for being the South Pole. It's maybe the most visually hard to read level in the entire game. Because, yeah, you can't really see much of anything. It's all just a sea of white. Which happens if you go to an actual, like, snowy area. You get a certain blindness. Instant kill Grasshopper. So she doesn't jump on me anymore. There are also visual tells for when the platforms are about to fall, but we're not going to be able to make them out. This whole level is just way too washed out. It's still impossible to get that health refill. But we're gonna go for it. To have an exact right speed. Just different for every single vehicle in the game. To get that specific health refill. Maybe this time? Nailed it. It's a specific skill just to get that one thing. The location of the full health refill is a crime. Yep. Good one, Axel. For a guy who can only say 2 words, he has some really good punchlines. Damn it. Sick dodge there, Sweet Tooth. So Sweet Tooth cannot hit me with his special if I'm too close. So I will just grind him to death with my machine gun. Uh-oh. Axel's yelling at me again. Damn it. Who shot me? I think that was roadkill. It seemed like his boomerang. And I've already been burned to death by Thumper. We've talked about it before, but all the vehicles are balanced around the AI usage of them. So, like, if an AI can do something effectively, that's why they would put it in the game. Even if it's useless for players. And that's why we get things like Twister's special. There we go. Yeah, there's a certain joyfulness about being exploded by Axel. It feels right. And it is highly avoidable. If you get hit with Axel's special, that is legitimately your fault, because just drive away from him. Unless he sneaks up behind you. You did that. By standing where Axel was going to be. Even if he drives up behind you, you've got a radar. Always mind the radar. I never used the teleporters in this level. And apparently I should, just for the handful of pickups. Anything to get you power missiles is well worth doing. Now to use those power missiles. That's not helpful. I've frequently seen enemies just stopping in place for a really long time in recent playthroughs. Uh-oh. Infinite spam from Grasshopper. Good thing she was so far away. Took her so long for her special to get to me. And instead it just delivered her up to me. Just completely helpless. Very lucky. Damn these ricochet bombs. Never use ricochet bombs when you're Mr. Grimm. Someday I'll learn. Level continues to fall apart. Taking all the good pickups with it. That is probably, like, the big thing that makes this level worse than it should be. Is you lose pickups as the ground falls apart. So by the end of the level, you can no longer do anything besides wait for your special to regenerate. Like right now, there's still a ton of enemies. Very few things I can use to fight them. They're all camping this spot. I've lured them to this location by repeatedly jumping over that edge. Trying to get the perfect speed to land inside the health refill. Twister's still alive. What the hell? Roadkill, infinite freeze combo. It's very uncommon to see Roadkill do that, but it is well within his AI scripting. So let's not see that anymore. Now for an actually dangerous opponent in Warthog. Only 2 enemies left, though. People might have fallen off the level or something. And Twister died. Probably caught in the crossfire somewhere. Warthog spawned in on top of me. Nothing much I could do about that. Fine, I'll go for the full health. No, I won't. It's gone. Touché. Yeah. There we go. Every level of the game is difficult when you're Mr. Grimm, who is by no means the worst character in the game. Actually, one of the better ones. But, like, after a while, you can't do anything. The weapons in the game are kind of imbalanced. So as to be useless. Shield detection, absolutely abysmal. This runs over. Shielded so many times there, and none of them would go off. Good to have a run die quickly, at least. Yeah, Axel's voice clip in this game would be a good, like, follower notification thing. Now, is that a thing people want, or is that a thing everyone would hate? Because there are certainly mixed opinions about that among Twitch viewership in general. Really, it's like YouTube viewers that hate it. Twitch viewers seem to generally like it. It's a thing I could do and like balance the audio so it's really quiet. And then if you hate it, you can just sort of ignore it. Far too many streamers have their follower and update notifications cranked up louder than the game itself, louder than them. And it's something like a scream. So they'll just be talking casually like I am. Then all of a sudden, freaking piercing sound right in your ear. Yeah, one way or another, I should probably get those notifications ready to go. Just to let people know how much I appreciate when they, like, subscribe and follow and stuff. But a visual on-screen indicator of such. But I do believe subtlety is the key. Everyone on the mainland is pretty beat up. But I just have nothing much I can do to them. Could camp over here for a really long time. Who wants to see that? Axel does. Grasshopper, also a fan of that idea. I promise you, I did the jump input at exactly the right time to get the full health. It's a good thing 2 enemies killed themselves off screen. So now I'm on my last life. I can kill Sweet Tooth outright. If I catch him before he catches me, the ground is about to collapse. Okay, he's dead. Just leaves Roadkill and Warthog. Frequently in the final 2. Warthog's always the last guy. Because he's very, very strong. Never gonna get this jump input. Yep. Literally never. Just so hard to get the energy moves to detect. They really, really don't work. I don't know how people like play this at a top level, because you need the energy moves to work 100% of the time. And they don't. Not by any definition of the word work. What was that? Oh, that would have been Shadow's special somehow? Like, shot it in front of me and then detonated it? Weird. Okay. Still in this. I've dealt with worse. Axel's down. Full health refill. It almost caused me to drive over the edge. But it is miraculous to collect that thing. Such a sadistic placement for the full health refill. They improved energy moves. Twisted Metal Black, finally. The other two numbered games in the series only improved detection somewhat. But the inputs actually got worse, particularly in Twisted Metal 4. They added an additional input for each energy move. Twisted Metal Black made it so you could jump by hitting the shoulder buttons, which is a big improvement. But the button inputs were still horrible. And then finally in Twisted Metal Lost, they figured it out. Just hold triangle and press the D-pad. And all is well. Warthog's AI quirk is that he leaves mines everywhere he goes. So, following Warthog is exceptionally dangerous. Don't do it. Slowly turn around to face Spectre. Tried to lead my shot, but he didn't go that way. One down, 5 to go, because no one has jumped off the edge this time. Always shield anytime Warthog is around. Yeah, in Twisted Metal 4... the shield is still 3 inputs, and the jump. But, like, the massive attack move is 5 inputs. All of the other things are 5 inputs. Some of them are 4, but, it's a lot to deal with. And controls are so twitchy in that game. Anytime it's left or right, you'll be swerving in that direction sharply. Perfect time for the shield to go off. 10 seconds after I drive away from everybody. Someone died off screen. And on screen as well. I'm completely out of control, right near the edge. What is going on? And why? Okay, no one killed me while that was happening. But I cannot get this jump input. Not to save my life, you might say. There we go. Here's the last health refill on the level. Let's see. Nailed it. 10 out of 10. Judges go wild. Where is Shadow? Okay, just Twister left. Do I have specials built up? Yes. There we go. Twister, not all that dangerous when she's alone. Off we go to the hardest level in the entire game. I forget, did Hammerhead kill himself there? Hammerhead is such a non-entity in this game. I don't even worry about killing him. If it happens, it happens. Sooner or later, he'll kill himself, or an enemy will kill him, because he's such a big target. He just absorbs shots accidentally. Okay, if I do this in one go, then everyone watching this on YouTube has to come over to Twitch and subscribe to me. I don't make the rules, but it's simply gonna have to happen. It'd be great if I was doing like a pool hustle here, where I like specifically hyped up this level after having practiced it to absolute perfection, such that I was able to one-shot it every single time without losing a life. It would be great if I'd done that, but I did not. I am not pool hustling you, as it's about to be proven. I'm definitely gonna die any second. But we'll make an actual go of getting through this with 0 lives lost. Getting to the point where pickups are dwindling. That's the real killer here. Mr. Slam is also the real killer here. And Twister, she's the real killer here. Okay. Ah, there goes the final of the windmills. I pretty much gutted it, but even still, the windmill is eventually going to have the full health refill, except now it won't because it doesn't exist. There we finally go. Spectre was there waiting for me. Always there to snipe ya. I feel like this level was, I don't know. Obviously it's slapped together, but I wonder if the composer of the music knew how, like, deathly serious playing through this level would be for all the players. Just nightmarishly difficult. That they were composing for a thing that would become notorious. Because they accidentally made music very, very fun. It would be appropriate for a very fun level. Not that this level is unfun, it just has 9 enemies. So it's impossibly difficult. So if you don't have any caffeine in your house, you're feeling groggy when you wake up, just boot up Twisted Metal 2 and select Mr. Grimm and enter the code for the Holland level. Play through that 2 or 3 times. You will be all set for the day in terms of energy. Only sorta joking. Like, actually give that a shot sometime. It might work. This level will certainly wake you up. And then test how good you are at being awake. Odds are not good enough. No matter how well you're doing, this game is probably going to best you a lot. Up. There goes one of my all-important windmills. I will avenge you, windmill. Homing gets to be a huge problem here. In this game, you don't home on the enemy like that is most directly in front of you. You home on the nearest enemy, even if they're 90 degrees to your side, guaranteeing that you will not hit them with your homing weapon. Even when there's a perfectly good target directly in front of you, case in point. We gotta use... I was gonna say we gotta use our napalms. Even though they're terrible, napalms must be used. Because we gotta use everything to get through. That was rude. And that was just unfortunate. There goes all my specials. Nope, Sweet Tooth is right behind me? Yeah. The hitbox on his arcing napalm cones is super weird. Oh, come on. Oh, this run's over. Too bad. Yeah, you can never tell if Sweet Tooth's special is going to hit you. Unless you're like one of the perfectly flat vehicles, like Roadkill and Twister. This is the hardest level in the game for Mr. Grimm, by the way. So if we crack this egg, we will be home free. That said, it is not going to be easy. Mr. Slam is top priority. No matter how well you're doing, Mr. Slam will swoop in and ruin your day. That said, this one can't be completed either. The first few seconds are critical here. Nope, this is not even close to the code. That's the code. Fortunately, no in-game timer for Twisted Metal Black to let you know how to use speedrun tools. Have any inkling of how well you're doing in that game. Or stream it. I find that to work perfectly well. Then you just have to remember where you started your run. Why did that go over Warthog's head there? I think my special fires slightly ahead of my character model. And I think I was actually too close to Warthog. So that where my special started was on the other side of Warthog's hitbox. Uh-oh. There goes the full health refill. Right when I needed it. That's fine, I'll cobble together a full health out of partial healths. I think nobody has died? Yeah, no one has died, so... this level is just beginning. Grasshopper's trying to break my second windmill. And will probably do so. There it goes, yep. She came in like a wrecking ball. She's still going for me. Get him with a remote bomb. Okay, one down. I'm not the first dead. Oh, I was about to shield. There's a delay. Even if you manage to get a successful input for your shield combo, there's a delay of several frames before it actually shields you. And that is where Grasshopper got me, during that delay. Can't move. Yeesh. Well, there's every enemy in the game, hanging out together. Another one down. But I really do not have the firepower to kill everybody who remains. Got a little bit of a help there from Shadow. Doing some of my work. Outlaw's very dangerous. She's got an infinite combo. There it is. And Roadkill is very dangerous, because he will spam free shots. So I'll just go for Spectre, the least dangerous opponent here, while Roadkill hides in the grass. More fire missiles, gonna need those. I need everything I can get, really. Spectre heard that I called him the least dangerous enemy in the level. So now he's spamming his special. So I have done this level with Spectre deathless. And not even with very much grinding. Clearly have never done that with Mr. Grimm. The AI, unfortunately, is not tricked by going invisible underneath the high grass. And if you fire your special from inside the windmills, it just crashes into the windmill, because those are destructible objects. Speaking of the windmill, it is ridiculously hard to get the pickups in here. There we go. There. Eat skulls, Sweet Tooth. Rendered him completely useless. But it did take up most of my inventory, so... let's go in here. Get this power missile. Probably gonna need that. Mr. Slam decided not to freeze me. He was clearly thinking about it, but he changed his mind. Yeah, I forget what it was about Spectre that made him relatively easy for getting through this specific level. Because he's not good at anything else. Every other level I had a horrible time playing a Spectre. Ugh, this level's done. It would have been okay, but they blew up my windmill. So I was effectively down 2 lives there. Oh, this level's hard for any vehicle that doesn't have extremely high armor. And even them will have a hard time. Okay. Top priority directly in front of me when I start up. So Twister has to turn me away from them. Ugh. Ridiculous. Okay, we got this. Yeah, that's the typical terrible loadout. I don't see Mr. Slam on there, which is good. I don't like seeing Mr. Slam. Not here, not anywhere. Legitimately the worst AI scripting in the entire game is Mr. Slam's. Worst from a player perspective. Thumpers might have the worst in terms of being actually effective at hurting you. Deprive Axel of his power, if at all possible. Okay, just go right over. Okay, the teleporter was despawning in that instant when I drove through it. That does mean this cannot be won. So, I'm on an emulator. I'm just gonna cheat. Not mid-level, but when I'm obviously doomed, it's gonna load that state. Why not? They immediately blew up one of the towers. Okay, it's just the one that has homing missiles inside, though. I can live with that. I'd rather not have to live with that, but I do. Oh, snuck up behind me. We'll use that as a refill on our specials. Desperately needed. Giving Mr. Grimm so few uses of his special was a bad design choice. Because that is an attribute of every single special in the game, is how frequently it recharges for players. Which is why Sweet Tooth is one of the best vehicles in the game. He has the fastest recharge rate for his specials, which deal significant damage and have pretty good homing. So Sweet Tooth is overpowered, for specifically that reason. But really only when players use it, because they get to use the special more often. Axel left behind a very awkwardly shaped corpse. I don't know what that was supposed to represent. Here's a health refill in there that I'll take. Well, there's 7 enemies left. I don't have many damage sources, which is a bit of a problem. Okay, I got some damage sources now. Where is everybody? Kill's almost dead. Kill is dead. Hopefully someday, viewership of 7 is relatively standard for me. But it is nice to see whenever it happens. This health refill has respawned like 5 times. Again, the game just suddenly deciding that I should win this one. And I might still fail. Anytime I collide with a vehicle, I take the most damage. Because that is the nature of crashing in this game. Another design choice that I don't think is the best in the world. They don't really determine who's the aggressor in any collision. Got a special. Uh-oh. There we finally go. Yeah, Warthog was, insurmountable there. Warthog is always insurmountable. Maybe I'll go for him first. Okay. That went well. Not even gonna bother with that one. My shots went through Warthog again and into the windmill. There we go. Still destroyed the windmill. That's a sacrifice we're gonna have to make this time. Ugh. Ricochets. No, infinite freeze combo. There we go. They did not do it infinitely. Mercifully. Yeah, RNG is determined during the loading screen. So not only am I getting the same enemies every time, I'm getting the same spawn point. And whatever determines when the various pickups respawn will also be consistent every time I load state. So I am actually seeing the future with every failed run. Which is kind of cheap, but the game might be a little bit cheap as well. Just the slightest bit. Oh man. A machine gun hammerhead to death. I ever get him in my sights. Stay there. Thank you. Nothing up here for me. No health refills. Oh, there's a health refill. Doesn't really matter, though. Because, 7 enemies, all of them basically uninjured. Yeah. Let's try that again. Try and lure Warthog away from the tower, whilst I go inside and pillage it. Okay. Off to a better start. Uh-oh. Hey, that missile did finally find someone. Maybe it locked on to Grasshopper for no good reason. Just decided out of the huge crowd, I'm gonna go for the green one. Yep, Holland. This is why I compare Holland to the drive-in movie. It always turns out like this. Enemies won't go for the full health refill, even if they teleport into the windmill. They'll just drive right back out, the way they came. Good programming, I say. Sincerely, because if AI could get the full health refill, that is like a game-breaking error. We've seen it happen in Twisted Metal 3, and it is bad. Neither of those napalms landed, because napalms never land. Not unless you fire them point blank. Treat them like a gas can and Twisted Metal Black. Then you might be able to land them, but it's very unsafe to do that, as Mr. Grimm. Uh-oh. There goes one of my windmills. I have failed my tower defense. All I have in my inventory is a special, so... I'll special in the morning. It is not the morning. So far, so good. Beat up everybody pretty bad there. Yeah. How are you still alive? Enemies always end up with the tiniest sliver of health left. Hate it so much. It's like they specifically designed Mr. Grimm's special to do, like, 49% of a health bar. Pretty much out of ammo again. Uh-oh. Thumper was ready for me. One does not typically get injured by Thumper. Twisted Metal 3 will be played in full next week. Against my better judgment. How did that happen? Really threaded the needle there. Let's see. We'll get some refills out of the cornfield. Thumper's playing well today. And there's Roadkill. Roadkilling it up. Yeah, the windmill should not be destructible in this level. Like, the screen in the drive-in movie theater, that is not destructible. So you always have one place where you can go. It's not much, but it's something. This level, it is often just a big square with nothing inside but so many enemies. And I will definitely be doing Black as Yellow Jacket pretty soon as well. People are, as usual, predicting the exact schedule that I have planned. Maybe I'm accidentally giving the people exactly what they want. Yeah, we'll put a positive spin on that. Nice shot. Wish it hadn't killed me. I was just slightly about to get full health. That's fine. That guy's down. Okay. Sweet Tooth persists. His special has really bad horizontal tracking, so you need to, like, joust him and then swerve at the last second. And you'll get by. Easier said than done. Fix my arm. Get out of there. Get out of the cornfield, too. Wow, that was my entire health bar. Simply from touching Shadow. That was like a collision error. I don't know why that happened. I've never seen that happen before. Chaos. Can I do 7-on-1? 6-on-1. 7-on-1, the answer was no, but 6-on-1, that's an, like, walk in the park. Stroll through the field of screams. Everyone has so much HP left. Let's see. Oh, Grasshopper's almost dead. Where is she? She's too fast for fire missiles, unfortunately. So I'll ram her to death. Oh. Mines are like, they take up such a huge area. I believe mines are coded exactly the same as Remote bombs, they just explode on impact, which means they always do the least amount of damage because you're always activating them on the very outside of their hit range. But they have a lot of damage, nonetheless, and they send you flying a million miles away. It is preposterous, the knockback on the mines that you drop in this game. Makes Warthog pretty irritating, so he's just scripted to drop mines endlessly. I think it just told me that my weapons bay is full. Yeah. What am I holding so much of? I can't pick up any more weapons. How am I missing so many shots? So crowded. Still can't land a hit. Hammerhead you only have to worry about when he's extremely close, because his special is increased ram damage. Oh. One of my precious windmills. Look at the range on remote bombs. Okay, good use of the power missile. One of the problems is you can't really focus down enemies. Oh, here's where all of my inventory was. It was in napalms. Of course. We'll go into this solely for a little bit of a break. Yeah, there we go. Axel just went to sleep after I died. Just as well. His job was done. Uh-oh. Warthog is right behind him. Oh my god, the shield will not go off. Press that button input so many times. I took so much damage as a result. Ah well, that's part of playing Twisted Metal 2. You're not gonna get your shields, no matter how much you need them. All I have is this useless napalm. Seven on one. There we go. 6 on 1 is more like it. I should just get used to hitting the shield input like 10 times in a row. Because I cannot rely on it to go off when I need it. Just hope that one of those inputs goes through. There is, however, a delay where it like reads the next input as part of your combo. So if you put it in too quickly, it assumes you're trying to do a combo that doesn't exist. Let's at least empty out my inventory. down. I'm frozen. Would you believe I was trying to do my shield combo there? Didn't work. It never works. This is gonna be the longest Twisted Monday ever. Getting a bunch of bonus content this week. It's not good content, but it is bonus. Okay, we got a bit of health. Ugh, never mind. The real problem is you can't do damage after you respawn. Like, you use your specials, then you just put the controller down. Oh, I got frozen. I was going for a shield there. So we go for the shield first. Shield didn't go off, naturally. I don't think I've killed Warthog a single time in all my attempts at this level. Warthog's a mini-boss. In Twisted Metal 1, it's Hammerhead, that's the mini-boss. And in Black, it's Roadkill. In this game, clearly, it's Warthog. Oh, there goes the other windmill. That immediately just eliminates my chance of victory when the AI decides to take both of those out. That said, I'm gonna start using minion specials to deal damage. Because having no damage is getting to be a big problem. And that means no shields. But shields don't work anyway, so might as well. It's kind of a shame not to have Grasshopper here, shouting yeehaw every couple of seconds. Because, this is the yeehaw level. Listen to the music. Yeehaws should have been worked into the music sporadically, I think. I was going for so many different energy moves there. None of them worked. Bit of a waste of my special. Severely overkilling Axel. There we go. Machine gun you down. Or try. Thank you. Another one down. 4 enemies left. But one of them is Sweet Tooth. And I guarantee, yep, I see Warthog's dot. And I hear his special. Warthog is just way too close to Minion. Like, he's a slightly toned down version of Minion, but only very slightly. Oh, there we go. Now I've got some specials at least. pinned me down. Hit me from both sides. Literally couldn't move. So 4 enemies is still too many. Taking them out is proving to be a problem because they're all at green health. I wish AI Shadow could blow himself up with his special. Because he's not doing that. He fired his special at point blank at me. And it only hurt me. No health refills, and I have 0 HP, so that's a bit of an issue. Yeah, Shadow's sound design in general. Basically everything about Shadow's design is cool and creepy. They didn't really need Shadow with Mr. Grimm around, because Mr. Grimm is the Grim Reaper. It's a little bit redundant. But I do appreciate having Shadow around. He's cool. I'm gonna have to use all of my energy for minion specials. No way around it. Only way to make the enemies pacified is to slay them and freeze them. The minion special does both. Yeah, I agree. Mortimer and Mr. Grimm should work together in this game. Even when Shadow spawns as an AI, they should be on the same team. And they should solve the opponents together. But no, they both have to be immortal assassins from beyond life and death. Technically, they are competing for the same bounties. Okay, Axel's fighting Hammerhead for some reason. So Axel has joined my team. Oh, Sweet Tooth got the health refill. That is damning. Sick dodge from Axel. Causing me to blow up my own windmill. I like how I have claimed ownership of the windmills. Nope. Yeah, this one's obviously completely screwed. It started out with Mr. Grimm wanting Calypso's soul. Because Calypso had escaped from hell, so the Grim Reaper was after him. Made a certain amount of sense. Now Mr. Grimm just wants all the souls. Mr. Grimm's special makes an even scarier noise than Shadow's. Uh-oh. Doing too much damage all of a sudden. Get him with the bowling balls. Everyone's blowing each other up for a change. I'll take it. Now, is there missiles in here? Yes. Superb. Up, there goes one of the towers. One I just cleaned out, too. I've evacuated it successfully in its final moments. Oh, the hay bale absorbed like 2 or 3 shots there. But guess what? Warthog's dead. For the first time in recorded history, Warthog has died. Uh-oh. Rammed. Okay. Where the hell is everybody? We're all right over here. Behind the windmill. Interesting. There. Get roadkill out of here. That still leaves a lot of very dangerous enemies. Sweet Tooth going round and round. Oh, homing missiles, that's perfect. That's one of the big threats gone. Ooh, Axel exploded. He really was close to death. I wasn't even aiming at him. Okay. Big hit on Spectre. Energy moves. The detection is so bad. It's shocking. Ah. It's gonna cost me this run. I could not use my energy moves. So many inputs. I pressed like 100 buttons there and nothing happened. Ah, well. Twisted Metal 2. Best game in the series. I'm dead. It was beautiful while it lasted. An explosion of gore. Nope. I should have pillaged that thing first. Up, I'm frozen. Uh-oh. Gotta get out of there. It's getting too hot. Yeah, it's too hot to handle. Thumper is absurdly dangerous. Might have the highest DPS of any of the vehicles in the game. But balanced by the fact that it's very, very short range. Makes it so much less threatening. It is easy to avoid Thumper's special. Oh, they blew up my tower again. Okay. Would you believe energy moves aren't going off? It's real. It's happening. Okay, I'm not even bothering with this run anymore. Too many energy move misfires. Right at the beginning. Ooh, only got one thing out of the windmill before it was gone. Good thing I'm playing on emulator this time. Every other time I played on console, which does not allow for save states, this would have taken so much longer. That said, I don't like how this run's shaping up. Not at all. Okay. Can we get everything out of the tower first? No. Warthog starts pressed right up against the tower, so the only way for him to move is through the tower. And he's Warthog, so he's gonna. He's that powerful. Let's see. I'm gonna keep save scubbing this. We will push you away from the tower. Sneak in there. Loot it. Begin fighting. So far, so good. But, like, we basically landed every possible shot for as much damage as we possibly could. And we've merely injured 2 of the opponents. The best that it is possible to do in this level is still super, super long. And you have to execute perfectly for the entirety. That very long duration. Which means energy moves do have to fire off properly. So far they sort of have. Couple of low priority targets taken out. Perfect timing there on roadkill. Whooping by. Oh, look at this. Whole crowd just begging for napalms. Another extremely low priority target dead. Holland is the hardest level in the game for most characters, but especially Senor Grimm. Which I knew going into this playthrough. Fully expected this. Another enemy down. We might be able to get some more homing missiles. Let's see. Yes. Just the one, though. Power missile in this hay bale. Okay, Warthog is a very high priority target. Who is in a killable state and has killed me instead. That's how high priority Warthog is. Let's see. I think... one respawn here. Available weaponry is non-existent. Hi, roadkill. Unfortunately, I have to use a shield. And I'm done for. No way to salvage this at this point. Oh, I don't even know what happened. I think I got hit by the windmill blade. And though that's not what happened, but it sort of was. Wow. Did I mention that Warthog is a mini-boss? Warthog is a mini-boss. Warthog's dead. The land is free from his tyranny. Too bad there's so much other tyranny. Still all over the place. The minion special is not exactly a game winner, which is why it is so inefficient to use it. Look at that. Rear-fired free shots. Non-stop. Roadkill right there to take advantage of it. Yeah, that's what I've been saying is, like, the resources are inadequate to deal with this level. Even if you only get the smallest opponents, then you can, you know, kill them in 2 specials, but then it'll take the rest of the level for those specials to regenerate. You're gonna have to kill 9 of them. Also, there aren't 9 small vehicles in this game, so you're going to get 2 or 3 of the extremely large ones. There goes the full health. Exploding uselessly. Uh-oh. Once you get bounced off the ground, you lose your momentum, and anything can happen. You can get juggled forever. Let's see. There we go. Line up a clean shot. Mr. Grimm's special is fantastic. It is a damn shame you get so few uses of it. Basically just 6 per level. You really cannot rely on it to respawn mid-level. So just accept your deaths, because that is the fastest way to get your specials back. Cannot approach Sweet Tooth, or really go anywhere near him. Shadow's here. Axel decided not to explode me. Awful nice of him. And there we go. So, in the interest of someday ending this stream, we're gonna skip this level. Right to Hong Kong. Someday in the future, getting through Holland as Mr. Grimm will be bonus content for a different stream. Otherwise, we could not claim any sort of completion. But on this day, Mr. Grimm simply loses that level. We don't have the resources to get through it. So I will do a make good on that in the future. Hong Kong is much more manageable. Far, far, far more resources with far fewer enemies. Which is just one fewer enemy, but that's still much fewer. Warthog's here, of course. He's the mini-boss, why wouldn't he be here? Holland is no longer a cannon level in Twisted Metal 2. Trust me. Europe ends right around the furthest side of Liechtenstein. There's nothing further east or north of that point. Uh-oh. Well, that's unfortunate. This level is so much more manageable than Holland, but things can still go horribly awry. Because Mr. Grimm is so fragile. He is a dude on a motorcycle. Anything can go wrong. Oh, come on. So just like I was able to beat Holland Deathless as Spectre, I have in the past beaten Hong Kong and the Darktooth boss fight and the final phase of the Darktooth boss fight in a single 3-life session with Mr. Grimm. Didn't have to reload to beat Darktooth. Which is something I could not even do in the main LP as Roadkill. So, this is a level that Mr. Grimm is particularly well suited to. The Hong Kong Crunch. Minion in black is so random. Sometimes you can just destroy him, like his shield will fall right off immediately, and then you're golden. And other times, that shield will just never break. He'll never leave one side open for you. Infinite freeze combo. Almost infinite. Uh-oh. I don't even get to steer in this level. I just decide where I'm going based on where the enemies push me. Uh-oh. Outlaw guarding the health refill. Damn you, Outlaw. Didn't matter. I don't even know what was happening there, but I couldn't touch the ground, so it didn't matter. Outlaw snuck out of the hole that she was stuck in. Why do enemies keep hiding back here? Super weird. Axel's going berserk. All the AI is breaking down from having played the game for too long. Bye, Twister. See you later, you annoying nightmare car. Ah, swerving all over the place. So the code for the final level is on top of these trains here in the subway. Final secret level that we can't play as. Let's see, maybe I can get on top of this train. It's not easy. But you can see the code there. Yep, overshot it. It's easier with a mid-speed vehicle. Now, I'm going for this. Yeah, there's 3 secret levels in the game. Only accessible in multiplayer mode because the AI doesn't work properly with them. They're super glitchy. But the devs clearly wanted them included. Are you still alive, Thumper? I'm gonna use my special on you. I can try and do a remote bomb cheat. Place it right there. And if an enemy gets in range, they'll take full damage. But they didn't get in range. Oh. He froze me and waited for his boomerang to loop back around. Didn't want to get his hands dirty. Oh yeah, the bonus levels are one from Jet Moto, a racing game made by the same developers, and then 2 from Twisted Metal 1, the Rooftops and Suburbia. I guess the levels they were most proud of. I wanted to put in this engine. The better game engine of Twisted Metal 2. Yeah, the code in Suicide Slide, the Moscow level, that leads to a Jet Moto level called Suicide Swamp. Which, if you've never seen it, is a racing game level, so it's ill-suited to a car combat game. But it is certainly extant. That's about all I can say about it. The other 2 levels are, like I said, probably the best 2 levels in Twisted Metal 1. I like the Riverside Park level myself. They probably should have included that one, but it's not very interesting. It's just a city grid. Simplest level in that game. Twister down. 4 more to go. Uh-oh. Shadows coming in. Do horrible, shadowy things. Okay, there's still nothing here in the subway for me. Just ricochet bombs. The most useless pickup for Mr. Grimm. Oh, that's right. If you've never seen the code on top, then you wouldn't know about the train ride bonus. Which, if you stay on top of the train for a while, it refills your health. Only the slightest bit. And only 2 or 3 times. But it is adorable. Maybe I'll try to show that off as well. Because we are going to be in Hong Kong for a little while. This is a long level in the best of circumstances. These are not the best of circumstances. Let's see. Shadows over here. Dying to get singled out, but he's driving away from me. Right for a full health. Not a full health, a partial health. Shadow, you're supposed to be on my team. It's working with Sweet Tooth instead. Ugh. Kill this one. Not worth trying to drag that one out. That's called a mercy kill. Oh, that's right. Cirrus was also in Jet Moto. I forget which one, though. I don't think it was Jet Moto 1. The Jet Moto 1 came out in, like, 1995, 96. I don't think that Cirrus song had even been made yet by that point. Okay, fine. Everyone wants to run away. Except Roadkill. Nope, Roadkill's also running away. Mr. Slam's here, my mortal foe. Like, he's hilariously harmless. Just so annoying. Okay. Good thing I clipped on top of the ramp into this area. And there we go. One enemy killed at virtually no cost to me. Now we can take it easy here in the temple. Just have a nice, relaxing time. Roadkill is dangerous because his boomerang is super unpredictable, and the AI is impossibly good at using it, just like Roadkill in Twisted Metal Black. Curve the thing around corners and stuff. Do all sorts of weird nonsense. So anytime Roadkill's around, Even if you're at some absurd angle relative to him, he can still hit you. Oh, Spectre's around too. With his special doing wacky loop-de-loops for so long that it outlasted my shield. I'm satisfied just because Mr. Slam's out here. There can be only one character with Mr. in the name. It's Mr. Grimm. It honestly is kind of annoying that they added a second character with so similar a name. It's not even that similar, but similar enough. Uh-oh. Fighting people in the subway is catastrophic. Clearly. There's a spot up ahead that should have health refills. Yep, right over there. Sneak past the people who have decided to guard them. Still doing well. Sniped her out of midair. That was awesome. Keep Thumper away from me, and he will just be completely harmless. All he can use is his special and napalms. So if I bounce him away such that he's always a precise distance away from me, nothing he can do. Warthog and Roadkill working together. Yeah, where's Outlaw? I think I saw her dot over in the corner somewhere. Oh, he almost dodged it. Almost. I have no more ammo, though. What pickups remain in here? Nothing good, unfortunately. How did Warthog hit me? Obscene. Okay, he's in a good spot to hit me now. Can't have that. But there's legitimately nothing I can do. Totally out of resources, so we go wandering. Hi. Didn't see you there. Guess what? We have more resources now. Okay, there's Mini Minion. Out of here. That's a big hurdle. Yeah, Hammerhead, by hiding on the other side of a hill, managed to just appear out of nowhere right when I was at no HP. Smash into me. Give me a full ammo refill. It's crashing into Spectre down there. And they're mad rush to get to me. They're hitting each other. Outlaws doing stuff. They accidentally fought each other. Let me sneak in. Get the health refill. Uh-oh. Probably should have just accepted death there. Because I have nothing to fight back with. Which means nothing to lose. It really sucks how hard it is to acquire weapons in this game, though. It's kind of a critical design flaw, how rarely I can even do anything. Maybe there's something to it that I've been missing for all these years. That ain't it. Bad time for the other train to arrive. Didn't want to use my special there, but I sort of had to. Did want to use it there, though. Hammerheads riding the trains. Having a good old time. Could be Outlaw with 1 HP and Hammerhead with relatively low HP. That's all that's left. There goes Outlaw with 1 HP. Just give me a few weapons. And we'll be done. All that's left is useless old Hammerhead. Sorry, Hammerhead. You never stood a chance. Now, can we take out Darktooth without getting a game over? Even if we don't, I can use a password to get right to Darktooth, which is perfectly valid within the rule set of the game, because right there is the password to get to Darktooth. Oh, I absolutely should not go in there. Plus, the subway driver is perfectly timed to kill me again. Darktooth's boss music is really, really cool. It's an extended version of the title music. This is also a terrible place to fight Darktooth. So... we use our 3 specials. Careful. Uh-oh. Stuck in geometry. We whip around. Oh, come on. That was a combination of energy moves not going off and the gigantic vehicle swerving at an impossible angle. Okay, I'm cornered pretty bad. Let's see. Napalms are actually useful against this boss, because he's so large. what do you know? Here's some napalms. Yep. Guess I'll just sit there. I don't know why he would freeze me. Why does Darktooth have the ability to freeze you? Well, now we can have a ridiculously easy final boss fight. With all of our lives. Was that it? Should be. Bosses in general probably just should not have the means to freeze you. I get that it's a minion's gimmick, but Darktooth has no excuse whatsoever. Out of the way, cab. Look at that. He's got no excuse, but he's gonna do it anyway. Perhaps he needs no excuse. I landed both my specials, which is all that really matters. That's about a third of his health, so... do that 3 times, he's dead. It's cheap, but effective. I guess I'll go heal since I'm not dead yet. Can I machine gun him to death? Yes! Take that, big guy. No weapons. I rammed Darktooth to death as Mr. Grimm. On to the final phase, which is the easiest part. Just need these. Oh, I thought there were napalms on this dock. Maybe this dock? Yeah, that's the one. Okay. Where's this guy? He's in the water. Not a great place for him to be. Come on out of there. You'll have to leave eventually. He's behind me somehow? I don't know what's going on. I have an extra life. This phase is behaving very, very strangely. I've never seen it do any of the things that it is currently doing, but, whatever. We're handling it. There, it died. We can enjoy Mr. Grimm's ending. Finally!
I'm here for my prize, Calypso. I need souls, if you must know. I'm a bit of a junkie, addicted to death. Every moment I am without a soul, I get weaker. My job is too hard. People, they have a tendency of not dying fast enough. Please, Calypso, accelerate the process. Do whatever it takes to make them die faster.
I did just that. Fulfilling my end of the bargain, I, the mighty Calypso, caused the world to become a battleground. All walks of men engaged in fierce combat. Few could call themselves safe as the death toll rose and the population fell dramatically, threatening to wipe out mankind in one horrific war. Within weeks, the Earth was reduced to chaos as the streets began to rise with the bodies of the dead. The souls came pouring in. Mr. Grimm was happy. The world was never the same after Grimm's horrific feast. But no meal can last forever. The human race was obliterated, and within time, Mr. Grimm was hungry again.
Feed, please feed me! I need souls!
I am Calypso, and I thank you for playing Twisted Metal.
That was a fantastic ending. I haven't watched that in years, but that was really, really cool. The basic writing of it is as basic as it can possibly get, really. It's just, Mr. Grimm wants souls, so he eats every human on Earth. The end. Ironic twist, he starves to death. But the execution, like the voice acting, knocked out of the park on both the part of Mr. Grimm and Calypso. Calypso always nails it, though. And the art of it was really, really well done. That was just a great ending, all around. As most endings in this game are. Worth the trouble of getting through the whole game, which we technically did. There's only one part of the world where enemies persist. And, less said about them, the better. Now, the reason I went through and showed off where all the secret level unlock codes are is because for today's bonus content, I'm going to go through those secret bonus levels that I've never showed off before. Because we are on emulator, and I can do that now. Making the most of the tools we have at our disposal. So stick around. We will see some unique levels that I've never showed off before. And if you're on YouTube, swing on by. Check out the VOD. That'll be beginning in just a few minutes after a short break. I am Fiendly, and I thank you for watching Twisted Monday.